Hey everybody. Today I am going to be doing a review for the high grade Universal Century Stark Jegan. This kit was released a while ago, I believe I think coming up almost on 2 years now, and it's the first time I picked it up. So after building it, I am very impressed with the design of this kit. This is one of the first model kits I can remember in a while that while I was building it, I was thinking to myself, I have to go buy a second one because how much I enjoyed making it. The kit is basically just a Jegan, the high-grade Jegan, and they have added some extra pieces to it and changed a couple of the things. One of the pieces you'll notice is that if you build this kit, you actually get a second head. The second head doesn't have a hole in it where you can mount that extra little gray piece. So you can kind of see it was just a retooling, but that's okay. This kit is very impressive for the scale that it was molded in. Now, one of the reasons why this kit is going to be really special for me, at least, is I'm going to get to test out my new airbrush booth on this kit. So this is what the kit is going to look like, completely unpainted, just out of the box. And I am going to get to work painting him, and we'll go from there. So what I will do first, though, is just kind of point out some of the features of the kit, and then I'll try to get it painted and show it off after that. So what you get with the kit is the Stark Jegan, and I believe in German Stark means strong, which would suit this kit very well. You get this kind of like a soft green color, kind of like a, oh, I don't even know what you would call it. It's a very kind of a soft green. You also get a darker green for a couple of the pieces, like you can see down here. You get a lot of this gray color. The same gray here is also the same gray for all the additional armor that is added to this kit. The same with the thrusters. Actually, the thrusters are a little bit different color. The bazooka is also molded in the same gray color, as well as the backpack. And it looks really good. You've got some red up here for the missiles. It's the same red they give you right here. You get the bazooka that's seen with the kit, and I kind of like them posed with the bazooka, actually. Normally I'm not really a fan of them, but I like the way how he has it held underneath his arm, and I think it looks pretty good. Now you also get let's actually start with this. You do get a beam rifle. It is made up of just 3 pieces, one side here, one on the other side, and then this piece right here. And to me, I mean, compared to the rest of the kit, it just looks kind of small and kind of dinky. That's why I'm going to keep the bazooka on it. But it does come with that. It comes with 3 hands total. You get 2 hands that are just beam saber hands, and then you get a third for this side only that is a trigger finger for holding either the gun or the bazooka. And finally, you get a single beam saber handle that doesn't store anywhere on the kit, and you get 2 beam sabers. But the thing that's a little strange that I found with these is one of them is smaller than the other one, and they both basically have the same kind of blunt tip on them, so it's not like one just broke off or something. But I guess it's if you decided you wanted one with a little bit shorter handle or not, or length, so you've got some options there. And finally, you get a small sheet of stickers. So you don't really get a whole lot, as you can see on there. You get some numbers, which I am going to use for this kit. And then you also have a few little, I think this is Lundo Bell stickers for it, and a couple Earth Federation stickers. And yeah, so my goal for the painting is basically I want to just try to paint it exactly the way you see it right now. I want to have the same kind of light green. I mean, the colors might be off just a little bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. But I want to keep the yellows the way they are, the light green, the dark green, and these pieces up here, all the armor pieces, everything basically the way it is now. There is a lot of options, I think, for detailing this kit. Like if you can see up here for the skirt armor, there's these little divots in here that are supposed to be black. And then like right here just above the crotch, that little V you see right there is actually supposed to be yellow. So there'll be a couple yellow pieces on this kit. There's some panel lining that's really going to make some stuff pop out. These little vents up here are supposed to be yellow. And there is some more vents down on the back skirt. So I'm going to start on getting this guy painted, and then we can do the review of him after that. So I think I'll start with priming first. Alright, and here we can see just a little bit of what I've gotten done. Obviously there's a head, and the torso here and legs are still the same, but we also have some primered parts over here. And it's kind of hard to tell that some of these have been primered. For instance, these pieces are almost this exact color, so a little hard to tell, but here is some of that light green shoulder armor that's now in a nice gray. One thing that kind of saddened me a little bit is I picked up a new can of primer. I do airbrush now, but for most of my primering I still do that outside just with a spray can, a rattle can, just because that's what I'm still doing. I don't really see a need to have to spray paint it just because, it's just a spray can really, so I guess I don't see the big deal since I'm not trying to do anything special with it. But anyways, I got a new can that was one I'd never tried before, but it was a lighter shade of gray, which I thought would be nice because I don't want to have this darker style, because when I'm spray painting lighter pieces, I'm going to have to do more layers to try to get the color I want, and that's going to take away from some detail. So for this kit, I'm just going to make do with the old stuff and then toss that other can and try to find something else that I can use. And then my method about spray painting is basically the same way you see a lot of other people. And all we're really doing here is just taking a bamboo skewer that I got from the supermarket, some alligator clips that I picked up from a Michaels, and then you just clip the part and spray it and let it sit there and dry. A lot of people do this, and basically they do it like this because it's a really easy, cheap, good way to do it. You're not laying your wet parts down to dry. It's got something to hold it and suspend it, and you just let it sit there and air dry long enough, and you're good to go. Now the weather where I'm at right now, these pieces down here are okay to touch, but if I press too hard on them, I am going to see some fingerprints. So for this time of year, for the temperature that I'm having to deal with, these pieces are going to need to dry for, I'm just going to leave them overnight, and probably it'll end up being a couple days before I can come back and start airbrushing some of the color on them. So I need to let them set for a little bit. When you're having like nice warm summer days, like hopefully we'll be having here in the next 2 or 3 months, you can let them dry for 5 minutes and you're good to go. So it just all depends. You just need a little bit of patience, and it makes all the difference. So that's where I'm at right now with the build for this guy. I'm going to get the rest of these parts primered, probably not today. It's getting to be a little too late in the day, but we'll get to work on them tomorrow. And by the next video, I should have my airbrush station set up, and we'll be airbrushing some parts. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.